Okay, we are live. What's going on? This is Dr. Chad Kuhn, sports physiotherapist, repping my old alumni. This sure is forever old. I just finished a back workout. I needed to stretch out myself, and I figured I wanted to show you guys 3 things that you guys could do at home to help with your posture. Almost really everyone I know has to work at home now because of COVID, and their ergonomics stink first and foremost, which is causing people a lot of problems. And secondly, we're not stretching or moving. We're always engaged, always with our computer, and we're not stretching enough. So the resources you'll need for these 3 stretches will be a foam roller. This could be like a broomstick. You just need a light stick, a light pole. And this is a TheraBand, okay? A pink TheraBand that we would use, okay? So you don't necessarily have to do these in order. So it's up to you. I'll probably start with the hardest one. Let's get that out of the way. And then I'll show you a couple of easier ones that you guys could do, okay? So the first one, you're gonna grab the band, grab it so that your thumbs are pointing up. You're gonna be lying on your stomach, and this is really just one heck of a way to fire all the muscles on the backside. You know, we tend to be slouched, we tend to be like this. So basically this drill is going to completely reverse all of that, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get you on your stomach. You're gonna get the band out in front of you. If you're just getting started, what you're gonna do is put some tension on the band, and you're just gonna lift your arms up and hold that as high as you can for 3 seconds. It'll look something like this. That feels really good. You should feel it all in the backside, in your shoulders. This is what the progression would look like. Bring your heels towards your butt. I'm gonna try to lift my knees up towards the ceiling. I'm not gonna go very far, especially because I just worked out, but it feels really good, and it's fighting all of those muscles that are pulling my shoulders forward. Some of you might have been diagnosed with like a forward head, and so this will help with all of that. So that progression will look something like this. I am going to lift my head up as well, so you're allowed to look up with this. So that was probably nothing short of pathetic, but I needed it. I get really tight, and a lot of you will probably feel the same exact way, but I really like that one. So the second one, you're gonna go ahead and use the foam roller. You're gonna lie down, and you're gonna use your broomstick. You'll feel much nicer about this one. You'll like this one a lot more than the first one. So you're gonna go ahead and lie on your back, put the foam roller right in like the middle part of your spine. Okay, that feels pretty good there. Grab the broomstick about shoulder width apart, and you're going to reach all the way over and bring your head back as well. It should look something like this. Make sure you breathe when you're doing this. I like to inhale and exhale as I go to the bottom. Good, one more. Okay, so that's the second drill that you can do. Again, this should be light. I had palms down. You could progress to palms up if you wanted to. But either way, it's pretty good. So the last one I wanted to show you, you're gonna go ahead and get into an Indian style. This is kind of a complex one, but I think you're gonna like it and feel pretty good about it. So I'll go ahead and show it to you. So if you can get into Indian style, if your hips are too tight and you can't do it, you can let your hips kind of unwind, but try to get into Indian style if you can. And from there, I want you to sit up really nice and tall. You're gonna take this broomstick, wrap it around so it's wrapped behind you with your arms kind of in the middle. And what you're gonna do is use it to pull forward and look up. So I'm using that to push into my spine. I'll show you from the side in a second to give you a better posture. So it looks something like this. All right, so here's what it looks like from the side. You can move it down if you want. Maybe you feel a tighter segment down there. So go ahead and try that. or you can move it a little bit higher. So it feels nice and snug, so I'll draw that. I'm gonna drive my elbows forward, pushing that broomstick into my spine to help me get taller. Now, that one's hard, okay? Let me just give you a preface there. Quite frankly, none of these are easy. If you've been sitting 8 hours all day like this, these are tough drills. So the first one, we lied on our stomach, kind of a Superman action. This is just a light band, and that was plenty for me. You saw that was quite miserable, but I know I need it, and I'm sure you do too. The second one is your most enjoyable one with a foam roller and a broomstick. You could do those as much as you want, quite frankly. The foam roller, reaching up and over, it's just a really good thing that we need to do. It hits the thoracic spine or the mid part of the back, and it really kind of helps us open up. Okay, so that's a really enjoyable one. And the last one, we use a broomstick. We run around the mid part of the spine, and we use it to kind of help bring certain tight segments to help them mobilize. So you can have some freedom to play around with what segment you want to do. You don't necessarily have to do that in the Indian style. You might be, standing up and just hanging around wherever. You grab one and you're just trying to arch over it. It feels really good moving into extension that way. So for those of you stuck at home, maybe not the best ergonomics, try those 3 things out. You do need those resources, but I find that those are incredibly helpful, a lot more resourceful, a lot more helpful than if you don't have those. So comment below if this was helpful. If you have any additional questions, please don't feel shy to reach out to us. And again, we're over here at the Anytime Fitness in Southern Charlotte. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.